In this video, you'll have plenty of traditional, tasty Thanksgiving recipes the whole family will love after they've gobbled down the dinner and told you how delicious everything was. Surprise them by revealing that the Thanksgiving meal was oil-free, plant-based, sugar-free, and 100% vegan. The dishes I'm showcasing today are turkey from tofu with cherries and green beans, mashed potatoes with a savory mushroom gravy, and a delicious bread stuffing. So let's go to my kitchen and start making these recipes. Press 2 blocks of firm tofu for 4 hours. I also like extra firm tofu and sprouted firm tofu. Those last two are my favorites. Go ahead and blot off any extra liquid and tear the tofu into pieces. They don't have to be perfect. Add 3 tablespoons coconut aminos, garlic powder, onion powder, dried thyme to a large bowl and mix with a large spoon to combine the seasonings. This square container was the wrong shape and much too small. Add the seasoned tofu to a large cookie sheet lined with parchment paper, separating the tofu pieces so they don't touch, so they become nice and crispy. Place in a preheated oven at 350 degrees. In a medium-sized pot, fill with water halfway. This is to boil the French green beans. Grab a handful of long, raw French green beans, cut off the ends, slice them down the middle. Once the water is boiling, add the green beans and set your timer for 5 minutes. Go ahead and check the tofu after 10 minutes, stir it around, and put it back in the oven for another 10 minutes. Pour 2 cups of frozen dark cherries in a bowl and let them sit overnight to defrost. Add 1 teaspoon cinnamon, 1 tablespoon alcohol-free vanilla extract. I don't like to waste anything, so I'm using the cherry juice and combining it with 4 tablespoons of ground flax seeds to make a sweet and chewy flax cookie for a snack. It has a lot of healthy omega-3s, and it is absolutely delicious. Use your hands to mold it into a little ball and flatten it and eat right away. Total cooking time is 30 minutes. The last 10 minutes, you're going to air fry it. Go ahead and remove it from the oven. Make sure it's as crispy as you want, and season with additional coconut aminos and flip that with a spatula to combine the last bit of seasoning. You don't need a lot, just that little bit should coat most of the pieces. You don't want it too saturated because otherwise it'll be too salty. Look how beautiful. Now, doesn't this look like turkey? My husband says it kind of looks like chicken, but when you eat it, it tastes like turkey. Actually, even better. Serve the tofurkey with the cherries and green beans. Try to get each bite of tofu with a cherry for a wonderful savory sweetness. The tofu is firm on the inside and crisper on the outside. The green beans are cooked perfectly with a wonderful light sweetness. This low-fat, plant-based bread stuffing is scrumptious, yet it has no oil, added fats, or weird ingredients, just wholesome plants. Dice 2 yellow onions and 3 stalks of celery. And you want these kind of small so that they'll cook down with the onions. And just remove any parts that don't look pretty. And the fresher these are, the less bitter they taste. The pan is already heated and there's nothing in the pan, it's just dry. It's already going to start cooking because the heat is on. Can you hear the sizzle? Oh, and it smells so good. You don't need oil, definitely don't need butter to cook your food. So now we're cooking the celery and the onions. Just mix this thoroughly. 6 cloves of garlic. Remove the outer skins, smash it. That makes it cook better. That way you're not getting a huge chunk of garlic. That could be a bit overwhelming. A little bit over a 1/4 cup of garlic Go ahead and add the fresh garlic. It's truffle salt. I got this from Costco. It's actually a pretty good deal. Something like $4 and change. And so it's basically little mushrooms and salt, but it tastes kind of like salty garlic. You have to try. It's pretty good. Freshly ground black pepper. So if you don't have truffle salt, just add salt and just a little more garlic. The pan is on medium-high heat. Add some garlic powder, oregano, very neutral herb. Thyme, red chili flakes, just a little bit of heat, paprika, nice little color there. This is a very large pan that we have. Ooh, ground fennel. I don't like whole fennel seeds. Those are just like, I don't like having chunks of fennel, but the fennel, I think it gives kind of like a kind of sausage type of flavor to it. The pan we're using, in case you're wondering, is all clad. I love these pans. They last forever. It smells just so good. Look how nicely this cooks down. We got a sprig of rosemary off our tree, making these finely chopped. Rosemary is pretty strong. You don't need too much. Tablespoon?
Yeah.
Just added the rosemary to the pot. Stir that together. So if there's any bits on the bottom, just go ahead and scrape that off so it'll incorporate into the other vegetables. Now we're adding coconut aminos. So I'd say that's probably about 5 tablespoons, so a little more, probably a third of a cup. It's salty and a little bit sweet. I like it much better than soy sauce. He's adding a quarter of a cup of filtered drinking water. Stir that together. It'll cook down a little bit more and absorb some of that moisture. Add 14 slices of cubed bread. We used Dave's Killer bread in this recipe. We're going to add it to the onion celery mixture. This is a vegan bread and it's called 21 whole grains and seeds. And we just got it at the market, so you could find it at many places. Go ahead and mix that together. Make sure to add the bread stuffing to the glass baking dish because we are going to bake that next. One thing you want to make sure to do is press down to lock in that moisture and cover it with aluminum foil. Preheat the oven at 350 and bake for 30 minutes. He is removing, oh, so good! The aluminum foil. Make sure not to let the aluminum foil touch your food. We have a timer set for 15 minutes, but we're going to keep checking it. We don't want to burn our delicious stuffing. Here's the stuffing. Looks so good. It's nice and moist. Mix it a few times and then go ahead and plate it up. It's ready to eat. This low-fat, plant-based mashed potatoes recipe is creamy and delicious, yet it has no oil, added fats, just simple ingredients. What would make it even better is a mushroom sauce. So I'm also going to show how we make a low-fat, savory mushroom gravy without oil or vegan butter. For the mashed potatoes, we are using 12 russet potatoes that have been scrubbed, washed, and cubed. If your potatoes are kind of getting a little bit old, they'll have a little bit of a greenish tinge on the end. So if that's the case, you can still use those potatoes. Just make sure in that situation to remove the peel and remove any green or black or brown. I'm going to add some salt. And the salt really helps make the potatoes taste creamier. So make sure to add salt. And actually, if you add more salt, the creamier it will be. Boil this for about 15 minutes until it is fork tender and cooked through. And since it's very starchy, it can easily boil over, so make sure to keep checking it. He's draining the water out of the cooked potatoes while holding the lid off center. If you're not big and strong like him, like I would put it in a colander, because I would probably have a catastrophe if I did it. So he's got a potato masher. Using those muscles. Forearm strength, shoulder strength. Oh yeah, Thanksgiving workout. Add some almond milk.
Unsweetened almond.
This is unsweetened, organic. This will add some creaminess with very little fat. Now, almond milk does have fat. They're usually, I think it's about 3 grams of fat for a cup. So this is going to be a very low-fat mashed potatoes recipe. Time for the seasonings. Ooh, truffle salt. Garlic powder. Mix and the mashed potatoes are done. Now let's make the mushroom sauce recipe. For the mushroom gravy, we're going to start with red onion because we ran out of shallots. So this is a good alternative. So we have a small red onion, which we're going to dice. A large fry pan on medium-high heat, and you can already hear them cooking. That's the sizzle. There's nothing in this pan. It's just a dry pan. And right here I've got it on, looks like 6 right now. So we have a pack of mini baby Bella mushrooms, just cleaning the outside and removing the stem. So this is 16 ounces of mini Bella mushrooms, which is 1 pound. And we're going to dice these because I want it to taste kind of like little bits of meat. I just prefer chopped mushrooms. I just feel like the sliced mushrooms taste kind of like mushrooms and slimy. I'm actually not a mushroom fan, surprisingly enough, but I love this mushroom gravy. Lower the heat just a little bit. Don't want to burn the onions. Adding the mushrooms to the pan with the cooked red onions. So this is what a pound of mushrooms looks like in the pan to start before it cooks down. So right now he is chopping up a large clove of fresh garlic. Add that to the mushrooms. Look how much moisture comes out of the mushrooms by cooking it. So we've got no water, no oil. It just starts releasing its own moisture. And it cooks really fast. These mushrooms are cooking down nicely. So now for my favorite seasoning, and this makes a huge difference. It's about 1/4 cup of coconut aminos. Gives it that saltiness. A little bit of a meatiness flavor. I got this from Costco and it's really inexpensive. It's a great flavor enhancer. So if you don't have truffle salt, it's got salt and garlic. Now we're adding some freshly ground black pepper. And you can see he likes to add a decent amount. Black pepper is a really good antioxidant.
Tarragon.
Oh, tarragon. Oh, great. I do like tarragon. Mix that together. And you can see a lot of the liquid is being absorbed by the mushrooms and the cooking. So to make it more like a gravy, he is adding unsweetened almond milk. And my guess is between a third of a cup. I think that's a third, or I think that was a half a cup. Third. Yeah. Yeah, it's better to add a little less. You can always add a little bit more, letting it simmer, reduce down a bit. I just had a bite. It's really flavorful, plenty of salt, very well seasoned. It's delicious. I mean, I could just have this in a bowl with a spoon and have it like a soup. It is tasty. Turn down the heat to low. Yeah, I like the mushrooms on top of the mashed potatoes. Beautiful. This is my 4th consecutive year eating a vegan Thanksgiving dinner, and these are my new favorites. If you want an oil-free vegan low-fat mac and cheese recipe, make the vegan cheese sauce from the recipe titled Veggie Vegan Mac and Cheese Casserole from my book, The High Five Diet, and pour the cheese sauce over macaroni. If you want a healthy dessert, try raw vegan pecan pie bites or pumpkin pudding, also found in the High Five Diet. For my favorite low-fat, oil-free, plant-based vegan recipes, order my cookbook with vegan nutrition facts on how to prevent and reverse disease like I did, which chronicles my personal health and weight loss story through my website, thehighfivediet.com.